Dumating madaling araw, biglang pumutok yung kabilang pampang, other side of the river. Kalakas, very superior ang kanilang putok. Pumutok. So we return fire. Ang tracer bullets, makita mo, almost ilang dangkal lang sa ulo namin.
Your baptism of
That
fire.
was our first baptism of fire.
Master, yung sunod nating part sa kwento is yung actual deployment ng 22nd Infantry Battalion noong 1973 na kung saan ay dinala kayo sa Mindanao. So, pakikwento sa akin.
So from March 1973, kami sa engineer, yung ilan sa amin ay lilipat sa 22nd Infantry Battalion, where we joined the ongoing training. And sometime, I think 16, yung second week na yan, we are reformed in front of the battalion. Basta nagmisa kami. Then, ang guest of honor namin doon, after the field mass, nagsalita si General Sagala. Sabi niya, effective today, you are now privates.
Si GPA siya nun? Si GPA, Commanding General.
Yeah, he was a CGPA then. At the same time, concurrent 1st Infantry Division Commander. So sabi niya, effective today, you are now privates. You will be receiving the pay grade of a private. Your serial numbers will follow. Yan ang word niya. But hindi namin alam na pagdating namin sa Mindanao, ay maraming mamamatay sa amin, may mamamatay sa amin, still as trainees. So immediately after field mass, we boarded trucks. We were brought to Nichols Air Base pa noong araw. Nichols Air Base pa noong, ngayon Bilaber Air Base na. Airlifting of course followed immediately. We were airlifted to Cotabato. Kita namin Awang Airport. So that night, 17 March 1973, we were brought to Calamansig. Hindi namin alam na kung saan kami pupunta. We were brought to Cotabato City. From Cotabato City, we boarded a naval patrol vessel. And then the following morning, nasa Calamansig na kami. So, in Calamansig, nantay namin lumating ang 1st Composite Infantry Battalion. Kasama namin sa Calamansig.
Yan yung andun si Lieutenant Gringo Onasan.
Yes. Lieutenant Gringo Onasan, sir, was the CEO ng Alpha Company ng CIB. Ang CIB then was composed of 3 companies, the headquarters, the Alpha, and the Bravo. So during yung jump off namin to combat operation, sinakay kami ng laging trucks.
From Calamansig Port.
From Calamansig towards Libak. After about a kilometer away from Libak, from Calamansig, brother, pinababa kami. Mayroon NCO sa gitna ng kalsada. Sabi niya, baba kayo. Pinipilit niya kami pinababa. So, naglundagan kami sa truck. Sabi niya, doon kayo sa left. Go to the left. So, we all went to the left. May isang officer doon. There was an officer na nakatindig doon. Sabi niya, bilis, trainees. You form by squads. At 2 arms length. Extend to the left. Move. So, lahat kami nag-extend to the left. We were waiting for the command na sabi sana down. Kaya lang, walang sinabi. Ang next command niya is, let's go, let's move. So, we start moving. The officer was, kung maalala ko correctly, was Second Lieutenant Pasarangana Poriliano, a Maranao officer. So, we start moving. As though parang nasa FTX kami. So, lumingon siya. Sabi niya, trainees, your attention. Sabi niya, this is the way we are going to do it. This is the way we are going to do. Umarap siya, nagpaputok, nag-rush forward, dumapa, nag-automatic fire, dumindig, tumakbo ulit, na-next cover, nag-half kneeling, tapos nagpaputok. Then stood up, umarap sa amin and said, Trainees, that is the way how we are going to do it. Any question? Wala nakasabi sa amin kung ano. So, we start moving the way he showed us. So, we reached Salaman River in Libak late in the afternoon. We crossed the Salaman River. Punta kami, occupied the near bank of the river, Libak side. Platoon abreast. Yung platoon sergeant namin, the late Sergeant Felipe Alfonso, sabi sa amin, while it's still daylight, habang may araw pa, gumawa kayo ng paksol ninyo. And he started digging this paksol.
May baon ba kayo na combat shovel?
Meron kaming yung e-shovel na yung nabaluktot. We were all equipped. Marami kami.
Wala na yan ngayon.
O, yan lang nga, sir.
Gusto namin ibalik.
So, we started digging our foxholes. Pinakita sa amin ng aming platoon leader the way. So, we were, gumaya kami. So, dating ng gabi, guard details, dumating madaling araw, biglang pumutok yung kabilang Pampang, other side of the river. Kalakas, very superior ang kanilang putok. Pumutok. So, we return fire. Ang tracer bullets, makita mo, almost ilang dangkal lang sa ulo namin. So, some of us were firing in automatics. May sigaw yung platoon sergeant namin, Sergeant Alfonso. Sabi niya, huwag kayo mag-automatic, single fire lang kayo. Hanapin ninyo kung saan nanggaling tracer bullet, anong doon ang kalaban. Pero ano nangyari? Later on, nalaman ko na during when I was trying to get knowledge for the book, yung leader ng MNLF on the other side was one of the youngest freedom fighters ng MNLF in the person of Latu Faisal Haron, known as Commander Randy ng MNLF Striking Force ng Libak. Siya pala ang nag-lead ng nag-attack sa amin sa kabila.
Your baptism of fire.
Pardon, sir?
That was your baptism of
That
fire.
was our first baptism of fire. Yung time na yan. So, ang baptism of fire, yan ang una mong encuentro. So, from there, we moved. We moved to Poloy-Poloy. So, we established our command post in Poloy-Poloy. Meanwhile, yung Alpha, Bravo, and Headquarters Company ay naiwan sa Awang. They were airlifted to Maganoy. So, they established their command post sa Maganoy Elementary School. Maganoy then was under siege by the rebels.
PC.
At any time,
Yung PC yun, PC.
Yep, at any time, the Maganoy town would fall. So, pagdating ng 22nd IB doon, some of the trainees from the Headquarters Company ay na-dispatch to augment yung perimeter defense sa Caloocan. Yung trainees na yan were led by trainee Salinas, Roberto Salinas Jr. Sila ang unang napalaban nung humalas ang MNLF, nung inattack yung perimeter defense. That was the first recorded firefight between the 22nd Infantry Camagong Battalion and the MNLF. Yung harassment sa Labu-Labu na andun yung mga trainees namin ng Headquarters Company. Then, that time, nagpatrol ang 3rd Platoon sa Satan, Maganoy. Dumating sila sa Satan, Maganoy, maga. Napalaban sila kagad. During the course of the firefight, sugatan si trainee Salayog. Nasa tabi niya si trainee Dizon. Nung nakita ni Dizon na nasugatan si Salayog, without thinking of his safety, punta kay Salayog, Binitbit niya, nilagay niya sa malaking tao sa salayog. Pero binitbit ni Dizon na mas maliit. Lagay niya sa leeg niya, tapos tinakbo niya. Tinakbo niya. He was the first wounded casualty ng unit. During the firefight, tinamaan yung rifle butt ng platoon leader, compulsing him to command withdraw. So, nang mag-withdraw sila, nabutan nila yung isang trainee, isang trainee na casualty. Ay si Alcesa pala nakakita, so binuhat nila. So, dinala sa CP, that was the first casualty.
Buhay yan, buhay, patay.
May patay, may isang patay. So, after that, after clearing Maganoy, lumipat sa Libak yung Alpha Bravo and Headquarters Company. The battalion headquarters was established in Pasandalan. So, sometime in April, the Alpha, the CID and the Alpha kami nag-assault sa Kati. So, we cleared Kati after isang battle, the Battle of Kati. So, sa Battle of Kati, mayroon isang sitwasyon na makita natin yung brotherhood ng sundalo. During the assault of the Alpha Company, napin down yung 3rd Platoon, particularly yung squad ni trainee Marcelo Ramos. During that firefight, mahiwalay yung tatlo. Trainee Panagsagan, trainee Bernabe, at trainee Maningas. So, nahiwalay sila. They were directly tapat ng position ng kalaban. So, they were pinned down. During the firefight, kinuha ni Trainee Bernabe, labas na yung isang granada, tinanggal ang pin, at hihagis sana sa kalaban, kailang tinamaan siya. Hawak pa niya yung granada. Now, Trainee Panagsagan, seeing that the grenade was in the hand of Bernabe, kinuha niya. Was able to get it. Tinapon niya sa kalaban. Unfortunately, doing so, tinamaan ang kanyang noo, causing a canal wound sa kanyang Now, yung isa na nahiwalay din, Trainee Maningas, pero nagtutulungan. Lumalaban yung 3 sugatan. Now, ang factor kaya withdraw sila is yung mortar support na fire na mortar platoon under Trainee Samuel Bactad na tamang-tama sa position ng kalaban. So that helped the ultimate withdrawal ng 3 sugatan. Yung 3 sugatan were brought to the Pasandalan Clinic. Si Maningas ayaw magpaiba. So, naiwan sa Pasandalan. Ang laybat, sinakay sa PT na Walmot, si Panagsagan and Bernabe. Unfortunately, while the two were being evacuated to Cotabato City for treatment, namatay si Panagsagan along the way due to loss of blood.